Hi everyone, hope you're doing great, and in this stream we're gonna lay out the regulated power supply that we did in the previous video. And as I said in the video, the schematics and some of the measurements are available on my GitHub's account, and the PCB will also be available. The Gerbers are going to be available on my GitHub page. So I wanted to make a few basic notes here of the design that I did, and I encountered some basic notes problems. One note that I could suggest is that it's kind of important to put a fusing on the terminals of the transformer, because in case something shorts, in case we have a short on the capacitors, or maybe a short across the input and the ground, or maybe something on the board goes short, this is gonna take it's gonna blow up some of the components, maybe the diodes, or maybe the transformer too. If the terminals of the transformer get shorted, this will create shorts, and it would be fire hazard. So maybe put a fuse on the terminals, and also unplug everything when you don't use it. And this actually applies to every tool that you use. Just unplug it from the plug so you're safe. Even protection can go wrong, so be careful. So let's and the other thing I wanted to mention is that you could add some bleed resistors on these capacitors here. So these capacitors will discharge in case you don't use the board for a long time, and these bleed resistors are going to discharge those capacitors here. So let's start with the PCB. I think I'm not gonna change anything. Maybe I'm thinking about adding those bleed resistors because it's a good idea to do. So let's add components. This is gonna take some while because have to open Altium for a long time. It's gonna load up. There we go. I think it's a good practice to add those bleed resistors. They're not going to be something crazy. They're gonna be like 1k ohms. So in a few minutes, these regs are going to these caps are going to be discharged. So we're not gonna have any problems. I'm just gonna put a generic resistor. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to find the resistor 1k, and this is pretty much the same. I'm gonna just the spacing changes a little bit. This is SMD 0.3, 0.4. I'm gonna leave the bigger spacing. So let's add those resistors too. I'm gonna do one more here, and let's connect. And these resistors are going to discharge the capacitors in a few minutes. Value, let's 1k. This is gonna be through hole. And I'm gonna remove those res preferences. Nope. Properties. This is gonna be a quick one, and we've got the designators too. I'm gonna remove this one. I'm gonna add it here. There we go. Let's go to design. Oh no, tools, annotation, annotate schematics, and try to update unaccepted changes. Validate. There we go. So we added the bleed resistors too, and actually those, why do we have a problem here? Unsigned parts require annotation. I've got annotation, why? Okay, let's close and reopen again and see. There we go, we're fine. I don't see any other problems here. And this, let's calculate quick how much current we're gonna have those. We've got like 20. Yeah, 1k. This is like 0.02, 20 volts, 1k ohms, like 20 milliamps. This is gonna take a while to discharge, but 2 milliamps times 20, it's like 0.4 watts. So it's not a lot, but it's you can use a typical through hole resistors here. All right, so let's create a PCB. This is gonna be a simple one. All right. Let's go first and go to preferences. Nope. This is gonna take a while because I have to use this program for quite a long time. So let's go to clearances, and I'm gonna assign those. First of all, basically, let's go to properties, and I want this to be on millimeters, sorry. Okay, let's go to tools, rules, and we're gonna these are actually assigned, as I'm gonna assign everything to please let me change this. .2. There we go. Within footprint, advance, 0.2 minimum clearance, as I had in the previous project. On short circuits, we don't allow short circuits. Check for incomplete connections. We need to check for that. Polygons, nothing here. At routing, widths, I think this was I had like 0.2 millimeters, the minimum. There we go. Preferred 2.3. I'm gonna put 0.5 here because this is gonna be pretty simple schematic. So we're gonna put 1 millimeter here. Thank you. we go. I'm pressing F1 for no reason instead of 1. There we go. 1 millimeter, 0.5, 0.2, the smallest one. And for routing, we don't have anything here. This is gonna be pretty quick. We're not gonna vias. We're not going to use any vias at this design. So let's no diff pairs. We're not gonna have any diff pairs. At mask, we don't have to change anything here. Plane connect, we've got direct connect here at the planes. Power planes apply here. For plane clearance, nothing to change here. And on the polygons, we want direct again. We don't wanna use any reliefs here. And nothing else to change. Let's save this. There we go. Next thing, board shape. We don't have to change anything here. Layer stack up. We're gonna use the standard one with the 2 layers. Tools, presets, 2 layer stack up. There we go. And let's save this. And for the 2 layers, it's pretty generic. And as in the previous STM board that we did on Altium, we didn't change anything here, so we're gonna leave it as is. And let's start. Let's close the stack up. There we go. So let's update. There we go. Let's validate and execute. That is adding the components here. There we go. I want to remember the keys that I was using. There we go. I'm gonna mark all those and put them inside. There we go. Do we have the 3D? Oh, I have to remember the keys. Can't remember the keys. There we go. I've got the regs. The regs are here. And the regs don't have any. Don't know why. So I need to remember the keys because I forgot it. I forgot the keys. How can I? There we go. There we go. Oh, I can actually do this. Anyways, let's go to 2D. And we're gonna do a rough placement here. We've got this is the connector. We've got the diodes. Where are the diodes? There we go. I'm gonna put them like that. Something like this, a little bit closer maybe. Then this one is plus VCC, so it's gonna be something like that. I'm gonna add the bleed. Let's leave the bleed resistors for the end. This goes here. One way goes here. I'm gonna pass the ground through that diode. So let's maybe, there we go. This is somewhere in the middle. I'm gonna move this on the back. Something like that. There we go. Somewhere in the middle. There we go. And this one is 15 volts, the positive one. So we're gonna put it like close to the edge. And we're gonna put those caps close to the middle, because in the middle we're gonna have the ground. So maybe that's closer to the middle too, because we're gonna route around and we're gonna, there we go. Okay, let's leave the resistors on the side for a bit. And this cap is going here. There we go. We want this to be a little bit straight. There we go. We've got the ceramic here. I'm gonna move that. Let's change that grid size. Maybe a little bit closer. That's 10, almost 10 millimeters, 10 centimeters, sorry. Let's add the bleed resistors like that, maybe. We can put that closer. Copper plane here. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fine here. Straight here. This is gonna be like maybe I think it's better if we put it this way. And let's do the rough placement. It's gonna be this way. We're gonna do the same here. Like that. That close. Maybe that here. Want this to be pretty close together. Like maybe in the middle, right? Let's put the cap here on this. Oh, we've got symmetry tools. Rough placement. There we go. Okay. And I want this to be straight and close to the middle. There we go. Not very symmetrical, as I say. I'm gonna leave some same spacing here. Maybe do that. Put that kind in the middle. There we go. There we go. Looks fine to me. We can still squeeze some space here. We've got some more space. We can move that closer. I will route ground. Maybe like that. There we go. Move this a little bit down. There we go. this is not straight. Put that down. That is fine here. There we go. One, two, one, two. Maybe that a little bit. Nice. That's there we go. Seems nice to me. Maybe that's a little bit closer to. Maybe those a little bit down. There we go. Those a little bit closer. We want this to be pretty tight. And I think we're fine with this. All right. Let's define the board space now, and I think we're fine. I'm gonna try to disable all the designators. There we go. Properties, disable. I might leave only the regulators, the regulator designators. That's closed. And let's remove those. That the power supply actually worked pretty nicely. I tested it with some circuits and stuff, but because I used maybe not genuine parts, the thing shorted some traces, and I need to figure out now how I'm gonna fix it. So let's go ahead and start from that corner, and I'm gonna leave. There we go. Leave some space at the front. And we're gonna leave some space at the back too. There we go. Let's move that a little bit closer. Nope. There we go. Pretty symmetrical. So let's save before anything crashes. Board space, define board space, and we've got our board. There we go. Maybe I think we're fine with the spacing. Oh, this is actually flipped. Why is it flipped? Ooh, I need to change the port. Put ground here. Damn, I need to change the... I need to flip those. So let's do a copy here. I'm gonna remove this one. And how am I going to do this? Wait. I can do it like that, but that's not very good looking. Let's see what else we can do. Align. Is there any way to like rotate maybe change the pins? Make like pin 1, pin 3 and 4. No, I can't change that. Edit. Let's see. We're gonna work this out. Designator name. Is that the name now, or let's see. I want this to flip it. Let's see. Align, place, we're gonna figure this out. Pin. Maybe if we do that 3 and that 1. Nope, that didn't work. That's not logical connection, by the way. It's hold component and press Y. Tell me that this is. Oh, you saved me. Thank you. Thank you, Vladolf. Thank you so much. You saved me. Thank you. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Hope you like it and it's not boring. It's pretty chill. Thank you. Thank you for your help. Really appreciate it. Did I do the same? Fuck. So hold component and press Y. Wow. Thank you. So let's go ahead and annotate again. Execute. There we go. And X for horizontal. I will keep that in mind. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead and update. Sorry. Wait. Design. Import changes. Validate. Execute. And we've got that flipped now. You saved me. Thank you. And this is flipped too. And we're gonna... This is pretty symmetrical now. There we go. We can actually move that a little bit on the back. And this. And this. Let's define board shape again. We have same space here. Add Vladov, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. You saved me from hassle. And we go design, define, and I think we're good to go. Start routing. We still have some more space we can squeeze on this side, but there we go. There we go. Looks pretty nice. Pretty simple. Okay. So we're gonna do a ground pour now on the bottom so let's mark polygon pour. Thank you. And of course we're gonna leave some go. So that's the bottom layer, and we're gonna do a ground pour on this one. So let's go to tools, polygon pours, repour. There we go. And I think that's report. There we go. And we've got this one is open, and we've got, oh okay, we need to assign that to ground. So let's go to bottom layer, properties, and give it a net ground and repour. Now as you see, we're gonna have connections at the ground pins. There we go. So we're gonna work these boards with pours. I'm gonna hide this one. All right, and we're gonna use pretty huge traces. So let's figure out how we're going to do this. I'm thinking about repouring all this whole area with ground. We're gonna make like a huge pour around this, and we're gonna apply the pour like that. So let's do it. I'm gonna work this this board with pours because this is gonna be like pretty simple, pretty straightforward board. So we're gonna go like that, maybe let's go back and put it somewhere in the middle. There we go. There we go. Straight line. One line here. We go somewhere in the middle. There we go. Straight line. One line here. We go somewhere in the middle. There we go. Straight line. One line here. We go somewhere in the middle. There we go. Straight line. One line here. We go somewhere in the middle. There we go. Straight line. One line here. We go somewhere in the middle. There we go. Straight line. One line here. We go somewhere in the middle. There we go. Straight line. One line here. We go somewhere in the middle. There we go. Straight line. One line here. We go somewhere in the middle. There we go. Straight line. One line here. We go somewhere in the middle. There we go. Straight line. One line here. We go somewhere in the middle. There we go. Straight line. One line here. We go somewhere in the middle. There we go. Straight line. One line here. We go somewhere in the middle. There we go. Straight line. One line here. We go somewhere in the middle. There we go. Straight line. One line here. We go som There we go. And we're gonna try to, there we go, try to make it, you know, a little bit more beautiful. So let's try to save it a little bit here. There, it's pretty fine. I'm gonna move that a little bit from on the back. That is good here. Maybe move that a little bit more like that. Same here. Same here. And maybe all right, there we go. Polygon actions, repour, and we're gonna assign that pour to ground, and we're gonna repour. So repour, and we've got pour for the ground connections. Now let's press X here. There we go. This looks pretty symmetrical now. So we're gonna now do a pour. Maybe put that, nope, I messed it up. There we go. Maybe move that a bit on the right, and we're now gonna do a pour for this one. Maybe do that a little bit smaller. So let's move it a little bit on the left and this on the right, and repour. There we go. We're gonna do the same for the next net that we have. Polygon pours, repour selected. Let's repour. Is that straight, by the way? Let's see. Yeah, it is straight. There we go. So let's pour this one too. We're gonna keep it pretty simple here. There we go. We're gonna pour this net. So let's assign it to net D1 for the nets, and repour. There we go. That looks fine. And we're gonna do a save real quick. And I'm planning to do the same for the pours here. points for the plus VCC and the minus VCC. So we're gonna do a pretty, maybe move that. No, I think it's fine here. Let's see. Yep. Pretty nice pulse on this side. Yeah, this is for, you know, some to make it more appealing. And more, you know, symmetrical. There we go. All right, so let's do the pull for the VCCs. There we go. Let's go back. Wait, we're gonna move this a little bit up so we can pour this way. So let's grid size, let's put it on 50 and move it a little bit up. Or maybe this, or maybe this, I don't know. Or maybe this down. 1, 2, 3. And do the same for the other one. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And we're gonna do the pour. There we go. There we go. Oh, I messed it up. I want this. How can I save this without breaking it? Oh, fuck it. Let's do it again. I want this to be quite far so I can leave some space for the pour of the 15 volt rail. So we're gonna do it something like that. There we go. Let's assign that to minus VCC and do a repour. And we're gonna do some fine tuning here. I'm gonna move that a little bit on the back so I can leave some pour for for the other rail. This is maybe there we go. Same. Remove that corner here. Let's go that on the back. There we go. This is fine. Maybe do a little bit. Yeah, and I think that this is fine. There we go. This is -15. This is actually the most difficult part here. I'm not gonna put ground here. I'm just gonna route 15 volts, -15, sorry, and then we're gonna pour the front. So let's do a pour. We don't want this to be tight. It needs to be tight though. Maybe there we go. And let's do, we're gonna finish that pretty quick. Well, we don't have a lot of stuff to do. We just need the VCC here. Let's do the VCC, this one first, so we finish up with this. I might, nope, don't want this. No, I think it's fine as it was. So let's do the other VCC now. So let's do pour. We're gonna start from here. We don't want any corners. We're gonna move. This is gonna be pretty straightforward to do. There we go. And we're gonna move that a little bit this way. This is fine. Maybe that's a little bit bigger. This thing here has some space. I'm gonna remove that thing that we did. How can we save this now? There we go. And we're gonna do properties. We're gonna name this plus 15 and repour. No, 1 plus VCC. There we go. All right, maybe move that on the back and don't do that curve. Maybe this a little bit like that, and do the repour. There we go. We kept some spacing. Maybe that is more beautiful if we do it like so. Repour. All right, and we've got the oh, and we also have this one. All right, we need to do that pour too. So we're gonna start maybe from here. I'm gonna assign that plus VCC, and we're gonna do the pour. Properties, repour. Pour over all same net objects. Repour. There we go. And we've got that chunky. We're gonna extend that a little bit and do the repour again. Repour. We're gonna do the minus 15 volts now, and we're gonna leave ground for last. go. Maybe move that a little bit on the left and that more at the back. Do the nice corner here, same as this one. There we go. And I think that is also fine. Maybe do that a little bit closer. Maybe remove that big chunk here. Move that a little up. Sorry. Move that a little bit on the back. Do that tuning here. Properties -15 and the repour. There we go. This is finished up. Maybe I want to put a corner here. How am I going to do this though? Anyways, this is not very important to, it's more, there we go. Let's see how it looks. Yep. I don't like this empty space here, but there we go. This is gonna get ground from bottom, so maybe pour. We're gonna do a ground pour after that, so it's not gonna look that empty. So let's do the final 15 volts here. Right. Polygon actions, repour. This looks like that. All right, and I'm gonna move that a little bit. There we go. And let's do the final 15 volts now. So let's do the pour. We're gonna start from here. Go like that. Maybe pour this whole thing here. We're gonna do the final tuning. There we go. We poured that. We're gonna move this pour a little bit at the left, so we've got some clearance. We're gonna do plus 15 volts on this one. Do the repour. There we go. Maybe move that a little bit closer. Polygon, very poor. And we're also gonna move, we moved it. There we go. And I think we're done. I'm gonna remove this ditch here. There we go. Got all connections fine. There we go. And we're gonna fill with copper now. We're gonna fill the front side with copper. I might give some space here so we can fill with copper. Basically, maybe not. This is fine. This is fine. This is gonna just fill all the remaining spaces with copper. So let's do that. We're gonna do copper pour. And we're gonna name that copper. And as you see, it fills everything that is not connected with copper. And there we go. Yep. And I think we're finished. I might remove those copper. Maybe I can leave them. Don't think they're gonna create any problem. And let's see. And I think we're fine. Let's do some final rules check. Okay, so let's do the last pour. Gonna repour all. There we go. I don't see anything unconnected, and the board looks something like this, as it should look. There we go. And let's check for some final rules. We can the next thing we can do is just put some veers at the grounds. Do we actually need veers? I don't think we need veers because we already have holes at the grounds which are pretty big, and they connect with the bottom layer, so I'm not gonna put any veers. Yep, I don't think I'm gonna put veers. Alright, so let's do a final check, and if it's everything alright, we're gonna I've got 12 violations, unrouted net constraint. This is probably the coppers here. that are filled. This is actually not big of a deal. We've got silk to shoulder mask and height constraints. Here, rule violations. We've got silk to shoulder and height. We don't have any problems. So this is it. Oh wow. This is height for okay, this is for the components probably. So let's remove. And this was the build. It was pretty straightforward, and I just did it because it's really fun to do. It's really fun to do PCBs and see how they look at the 3D viewer, and just do it for exercise purposes to work on Altium. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Vladolf, thank you so much for the quick hotkey, and I will catch you in another video. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye, guys.